It's bad.
Sorry to keep you out in the rain. Just wanted to start off by asking you how you felt so far about the testimony you've heard today.
With the maintenance of the road, I feel this is just another reason why our children shouldn't have been on that road that night. And with this pilot project, I'm still not fully understanding at all what the project really is.
Does it seem adequate?
I asked more questions with Red Forest on some of the questions he wouldn't ask, but I still not fully understanding it. I need more information about it myself.
Where do you feel like Mr. Chiasson is going with his line of questioning about the weather, so much about the weather?
Where is he going with it?
What do you think
I'm
he's trying to get?
He's trying to get so the jury would understand that there's a recommendation that needs to be put in place. I'm hoping that's the direction he's going into for a weather law for our children, that they don't travel in bad weather conditions. So that's what I'm hoping that he's doing.
And I just wanted to ask you too, we had asked the coroner if we could stream this inquest live on the internet, and he said no, so we haven't been able to. How do you feel about the fact that that's not able to happen, that we can't have live broadcast of this for more people to see what's happening?
It doesn't surprise me. We can't even get a witness list. So, you know, we're trying to prepare ourselves too for the coroner's inquest, and we don't even have a witness list to see who's going to be on the witness stand every day. So, you know, it's just a surprise to me. Everybody else.
Do you think this is something that more people should be able to see happening live?
I agree. Yeah, it should.
Do you hope some changes?
So everybody would understand what really happened to our children that night.
Would you like to see some changes to the procedure, how this is conducted in the future?
Absolutely. I feel that what we've been asking for is legal standing, and I definitely feel now that I could have had someone cross-examining the witness this morning for me, so he would be able to ask the questions without me going with a piece of paper, writing it down, passing it to, oh, I can't ask that, or, you know, and he's not asking it sometimes the way I want him to, and yes, definitely.
What about what we heard today from Tim Daly, hearing that testimony today? How would that for you?
I don't know. My heart goes out to him. He lost all his friends on that last night, and my heart goes out to him.
Anna, can I ask you too how you felt about the testimony that you've heard so far today?
Well, I find it shows how inadequate our Coroner's Act is, and there is a reason why it should be updated. And it shows us all the reasons that why the children should have not been out in that night. And it also tells you that the Department of Education has to take full responsibility before they send them out.
Do you think this is a situation where there should be cameras or recorders allowed in the courtroom so that people can see and hear this live?
In my opinion, in this case, yes, because people is going to be aware of what's going on, and they would have an idea why we are asking for these changes. But like this, nobody been able to be in there, not even due to transmit it alive. People doesn't know, they don't understand, they just think it is this whole bunch of parents crazy asking for something that is not reasonable.
How is it for you to hear testimony from Tim and the other two, the young couple who arrived on the scene?
Well, for Timmy, like I tell you, like to me, it doesn't do anything else worse than what it did to me the first day. So I just listen to what he has to say, and I'm glad to see him that he's doing better and that he goes to school. I wish him the best that can be for him. And for the young couple, that kind of like really touched me because it's the first time I see them, and I had a chance to ask a couple of questions, and it was okay.
What did you ask them?
I want to keep it just for me.
Thank you.
And I told them too that I wish them that that when they live their life that this doesn't happen for the rest of their lives, because I know myself that to come upon a tragedy like that, it would be difficult to live and try not to remember what happened that night. And I wish them happiness and that they have a healthy and prosperous life.
What did they say to you?
We just helped, and they said they thought of us often.
Thank you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you got the guys from CUPE here who could speak to you about the conditions of the road this morning. Okay. So, Mr. Andy Hardy, who is the president of CUPE, and
1190.
And he is the person who knows all about the regulations, rules regarding snowplow operators. So, do you have a question about that issue? Andy Hardy.
I'm the president of the local that looks after the operators, okay, that plow the roads and stuff.
Can you say your name?
Andy Hardy.
So, hearing today's testimony, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think Dijon was pretty straightforward. He gave good explanation on what did happen that night. I mean, from the reports you got from the supervisor, road patrol, and his operators.
He talked about a pilot program that started in December 2007, and where there are fewer plows on the road, but that some can be called out for an emergency. And he said that night they were. What do you think of that pilot project? Does that affect how often the roads are plowed, in your opinion?
It all depends on the weather, actually. I mean, what this pilot project, how it came about was, the department wanted to try to save money on their winter maintenance budget, and that's what this pilot was all about. You have 3 plows and a grader. Under the old program, well, you might have had all 4 assets out on the road that night. Under this winter maintenance pilot project, you just had the 2 guys that were in the standby state from 5 p.m. until 8 a.m. in the morning. If supervisor thought it was an emergency, well, he could call everybody out. You wouldn't have to give them 12 hours notice or nothing. They could have called